It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to give this to Taylor, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Fighting through at the 25. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th. They run for it with Hunt. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. We're scoreless after 1. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's coming.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Browns. Touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns add on to their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sand. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over first and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now it's Hunt. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Play fake. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out right at the 35. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Wentz. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. They'll roll him out right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now in play fake, Wentz escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Mayfield off the play fake. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They're running it. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
On third down, Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Mayfield on play action. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
On play action, Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here's Rodgers to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Play action. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running right is Chubb. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 26, check alert,
A run for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Mayfield. Flushed out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to look deep for more.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. A first down throw from Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Demir Bird there to make the grab. And the Browns are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a first and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And again, it's Chubb. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
96 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
The Browns going to roll on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.